Doki Doki Literature Club contains disturbing themes and imagery and may not be suitable for you if you are affected by any of the following themes: depression, suicide, self-harm, or abuse. Viewer discretion is advised.
I mean, I can hear Josh like...
Sounds about right.
Since say you've worn off on it.
The inspiration for Sayori is Tori.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Like, did she run in the street after you?
No,
I don't know if
because I
that
don't run in the street.
is that a compliment?
It's a joke.
Spooky Couch Brotatoes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to this club. It's full of incredibly cute girls, and I feel really weird doing this voice.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my
sorry.
ear,
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
and retcons
Yeah.
what just occurred.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
No, Brendan, zoom in on that in editing. And then amp up the game.
That
did you
turns
say?
back
I
toward
said
the other girls. Yes. Whisper.
Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy.
That is
Negative
not
energy.
what. Yeah, I say.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Monica's in the corner. What?
Who's Monica, Josh?
Girl 3 is not here yet.
Hello.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Significantly
We ran
lower
really
Adam's
fast.
apple too.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's
You can't
nice
see it
to
now.
meet both of you.
You can't see now. It's hidden behind my hair. But
Yeah.
Adam's apple is there.
Is there?
It's poetry after all.
It's
Not the
hidden,
only
it's hidden
surprise.
behind her
Yeah.
protruding chin.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Yep.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down. Yep, we made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
But how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's between what am I doing? Been widened so that there is one space between. Oh my gosh, I give up. Next to
You
Monica.
can see it.
And one next to Sayori.
Hope you enjoyed 1.5 episodes of
Yeah.
Doki Literature Club.
Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take
Skeleton
a
falls
seat
out
next
of
to Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, obviously. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor.
People can't eat.
I wonder if she made it
understand
herself.
Nope.
This is really good.
Cupcakes aren't good.
Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe! But not for, you, dummy.
Yep.
All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
I thought
Oh,
that
that's you.
was my line. I'll just read the next line.
I predict.
Yeah, you read mine.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Okay,
Don't
go ahead,
said it
take
was
back over.
okay.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Yeah, he
That's
commanded
what-
us
yeah.
to.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I like this voice compared to yours.
I guess.
It's a good contrast.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
I think Monica sounded different every time she's talked.
Probably true.
Basically.
It's gonna be the most inconsistent voice.
She's just trying to be likable,
Uh,
Trying to figure out what's going to be best.
that's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that. I believe you.
No,
Yep.
yep. All right. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
There you go.
I'm glad.
So am I.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised.
Can you tell him on my face? I'm surprised.
How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
She could be in
Yep.
the board club, Bryn. In the board.
No, it's not in the board. You are on the board.
In the what is it? Board, whatever. I messed that up.
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
They never sit.
Gosh dang.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet.
I'm here too, in case you're wondering.
No! Go away! It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Please no.
Why is this attention down there?
Should I grab his face?
Please no.
Hopefully. Well, depends on what you're grabbing.
Grab
it
the
with.
eyes. My attention.
You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile.
You're fun in both.
That too. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees, as if that wasn't obvious by what just transpired. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three.
I process externally. I have to narrate my life.
He's just talking to himself.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
She's
time.
like,
What are you doing?
yeah, let's do it. They all agree.
This is something he does.
maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
He thinks his voice is amazing, so he just likes to narrate everything.
He's done this since he was like 5.
Listen, he narrated Breath of the Wild in 2017, and he hasn't stopped since.
He just has this poor mental something's wrong with them,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
all just giving him extra attention, and that's why he's like, oh,
Yeah.
all these pretty girls are talking to me.
Maybe I should talk more.
Maybe I should talk more.
No, don't do that. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, yep. What kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. And Suki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading, and will be passionate about the next episode.
I'm so passionate.